ready because I feel good. Well, I'm alright. Not too bad. I'm going to get myself my, because I can't go to my favourite coffee shop. I'm going to have to do this myself. This is, I've become my own barista. Not barista, I think I said it wrong. I keep saying things wrong. I say people's names wrong, everything. So let's have a look at this, shall we? This is mindfulness. Mindfulness in a time when the world has gone mad. How do you do it? I don't know. Let's see if it tastes just like it. It's not bad. It's not the same as the guy who owns the kiosk in Pinner Station, but it will do. Hello and welcome. My name is Desiree Shaw. I'm a psychotherapist and I vlog and I podcast about mental health, men's mental health and mental health in general. PMR. The power of PMR and mindfulness. How can this support you? Okay, right. So progressive muscle relaxation is a tool that you can use anytime, anywhere, any space, anyhow you want. It's absolutely pretty fantastic. And I say that because it gives you the power to control and manage how you're feeling. Let me explain to you why. Actually, let me just do this bit before I get into it, because people say to me, but you don't say that, you don't say this. So let me say this now. I vlog on a Monday and a Friday, and I podcast on a Monday and a Friday, and I vlog every day. And now it's a little bit shaky about my podcasts. I'm not sure when I'm doing them, but I am doing them. So look out for them. I'll put them in the link in the bottom. Make sure you subscribe and you like and you share and you comment. During this particular time, there's a lot of things going on. I've taken my practice online, so I'm not seeing clients face to face, and I'm getting a lot of people coming in and wanting to speak to me. So I'm noticing a trend. Everybody's panicking, everybody's stressed. But one of the major trends that I'm actually seeing happening at the moment is there's a problem with relationships. So right now, it's like relationships are under siege. People are really strained at how they are managing in their relationship. People are really finding it difficult to deal with what is happening now and having to be at home and having all of the other constraints within their relationship actually, implode on them. Because you're actually at home and everything's imploding, isn't it, at this moment in time? So I supported some clients, and I could see how this technique was working for them in the middle of the tension start to rise. Because, well, in the middle, we're at the start, we've just begun. And sometimes things can go one of two ways. It can be really fantastic, then go, or it can go, and it's just like, whoa. You've got a pandemic, and another pandemic, and destruction, and emotional bombs going off, and missiles being blown off in the middle of the pandemic, and it just gets ugly. We've got all sorts of missiles, and it's just not fun. So I supported the clients that I have seen online via Skype with how to manage themselves. Now, I don't specialise in couples therapy. However, I have been trained to do it. I'm more specialised in men's therapy. But so it's something I can do. Not something I do too often because you're dealing with more than one person. But I have found this to be really helpful for what was going on in the sessions with some of these clients. So obviously there's confidentiality reasons, but I'll tell you what I did. So PMR is about progressively muscle relaxing. Okay, it's about tensing and releasing. I'm going to add the PMR podcast below, which is a long, extensive PMR screed where you can listen to and get into, and it actually takes you through what PMR is. So have a listen to that. So pause, listen, actually, just listen and wait until the end of the video to play it. And what that does is it allows you to regain who you are, what you are, how you're feeling now. So in the middle of all of this, you could have woken up in the morning and you've decided that your other half, your partner, your husband, your wife, whoever, didn't wash up the night before. Now, usually you might be going out to work, so you might get to go, yeah, wash up, that's annoying. But now you're with them and they're in your face and you're in their face and everything's seeming a little bit tense, and you're thinking to yourself, I want to say this, but you just did that, and then you did that, and then you did that other thing, and then you did that other thing, and now I want to rip your head off, but you can't even go anywhere. You can't jump in your car, you can't drive to your mate's house, you could, but you know you shouldn't, and they've got friends, you don't know if they got anything, so you really got to stay at home for your own health and safety. Yeah. And they did this annoying thing. Not only that, you've got the children watching something that you didn't want them to watch, they're not doing their homework, and you know it's going to take you another hour to get them even in the position of doing anything relating to learning. And then you've got to go and start your home work that you have to do, your work from home, whatever it is, or worry about how you're going to deal with the bills and what have you. And this is when we start to get really stressed out with the people that we're living with, and we find it really difficult because we just can't communicate very well. So before you start detailing how somebody is making you feel, because this is what's going to happen, some people are going to be saying things like, you made me angry last night, we were doing blah 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 blah, you did this, you did that, you. So you're going to point out at the other person. Yeah. So just pause and stop at that moment, and this is when you start getting into yourself, and you're going to progressively relax your muscles so you can ground yourself, because you know something, this is a terribly uncomfortable situation. Okay, and I'm not just saying sound bites, I've been out there, I had a couple asthma scares, and I have actually been to A&E, and it is pretty daunting when you see nobody in hospital. You realise you're not in a film, this is real life. So how can you get yourself back connected, and how can you actually stay connected with those that you love? Because the people at home, you love these people, don't you? I hope. The idea is that you stay within an understanding of recognizing they need you, you need them, and the last thing you need is to implode and self-combust on the inside, and they self-combust on the inside, then you self-combust on the outside, and there's this whole massive stress. Okay? Remember, we do have those war babies that are adults now who actually went through a lot of post-traumatic stress disorder and had a lot of stress going on during the war times, but never had anybody to talk about it. Now we're in a platform, we've got a platform where we can actually share and we can actually talk. So progressively relax your muscles. Start from your feet. Squeeze, tense, release. Focus on that bit. So when you're in the middle of the argument and you know, or the argument is about to come and you're aware of it, you're aware that your husband has left his shoes in the spot in the middle of the floor like he always does, hint hint. You are aware that your partner hasn't done this or hasn't made the bed, and you've got to go back upstairs, and notice how messy your home becomes, because you're there all the time, you're there throughout the day. It becomes really, really messy, it becomes really, really stressful. So what you do is you take yourself back into you, and you recognize this is an uncomfortable situation, and you progressively relax your muscles. And you do that by listening to the screed that I'm going to put in. It's a podcast, and you can just listen to it and close your eyes and go through the progressive muscle relaxation, allowing you to be here and now. Okay, and this is the power tool that is all yours, that you can take with you and support you throughout the day. Okay, it's a really nice way of being mindful, and you can be mindful. Say you're in the middle, you're at home, and whatever's happened has happened, and you're finding it really quite difficult. Go and get yourself a cup of tea. Right, mindfully drink the tea. Be mindful. How do you do that? So when you're mindfully drinking tea, you look at the tea, you smell it. Breathe it in. This isn't tea. It's coffee. Could be coffee. Got nothing against coffee. And you smell it. You really take it in. You look at the texture of it. Look at the colour of it. I'm noticing the colour of this coffee. Very much like me. I like my coffee like this. You look at it. You have a sip. You take it in. You allow the flavour, then you do it again. Then you take your action to the next point that you have to take on board. So if you are in the middle of dealing with a situation at home, you're in the middle of having to deal with something, and you just, the cup of tea, coffee, cold drink technique is a wonderful way to just get yourself and ground yourself and be now, okay, and take control, all right, so that you're not rushing off into, worrying about this, trying to argue, trying to make your point. Stop yourself and do something which is good for you, okay? So breathe and stop. That's what I think I'm going to call this video. Breathe and stop. I like breathe and stop. Do you remember that track? Breathe and stop. Real good track. So you are going to breathe and stop. It's not going to make everything better, but it is going to slow your heart rate down. You're not going to get so anxious. The cortisol isn't going to start rushing around your body. You're not going to have all this mess of adrenaline and just feel ugh, and need to take it out and throw it out at someone. You're going to be in charge. And this is what you're in charge of right now. You are in charge of this bit. This is all yours. Think to yourself, this is mine. I can control it. I can deal with it. I can manage myself. I'm not going to allow this situation to turn me crazy. You don't have to. Okay, so that was my supportive video for now. Breathe and stop, for real. And have a listen to the progressive muscle relaxation video podcast I will put in the description box for you to peruse and use. Also, I am getting a lot of people trying to talk to me, and I can't handle everybody at the same time, but what I can do is slot you in. So if you do want to email me, and I'll put my email in the description box, and you do want to actually hook up and have a Skype or a FaceTime or a WhatsApp, I don't mind, I've got them all, and you want to have a conversation, maybe even a half an hour session with me, I can do that at very, you know what, it's a crisis, so I'm happy to help. So contact me and we can do that. So look, go and check my email. You can email me and say when, we can put a slot in. I'm working from home, so I'm pretty easy when it comes to the time, because it's all good. And if I can't do it that time, I just can't, but we can arrange a time, okay? And that includes the weekends, because we don't know how long we're going to be inside. Hopefully we're going to be let out soon. We hope. Can you see I'm actually sitting on the floor at the moment, because I think I've had enough of sitting in different places, so I'm trying this out. You might see me in the kitchen sink next video. You won't see me in the kitchen sink. Like and subscribe, and contact me, hit me up, let me know what's going on, let me know if you want to have a chat. If you already know me and you're thinking, can I? Yes, you can. You can. Give me a email, drop me a line, say to me, I just need half an hour. I'll say, don't worry, I got half an hour for you. I've got half an hour for you. One thing I've learned about myself, not going to work and not doing my job is so difficult. I really do love what I do. So come and help me do what I do best, because I love doing this. It really gives me purpose and really gives me a direction. And you know something? We need to come together. I will not sing Let's Come Together right now. I'm going to stop. See you soon. Bye for now.